Hi everyone. Happy Sunday night. I had to I had to give Bella her last, mommy Bella time every night. Every night it's her and I just cuddling, and I actually, no judging. But for you dog people or cat people, I tell her stories. I Tonight's story was all about the ones that came before her. I'm gonna get mushy gushy again. Oh my God, stop those emotions at the door. No, I'm kidding. So I was just telling her the story of who came before and how, listen, dog, you got some big shoes to fill, so you better knock it off and start filling them because she's still so mouthy. It's getting difficult. She can't be around John. John does not discipline. Um, so I just had to put her to bed like a real puppy, like a real little, right? Okay. So, did you all see the reel tonight, the short with my granddaughter? If you haven't seen that, go check it out because she was all about saving money tonight. And I just want to tell you the story, and then I'll get into all of the hellos. So we were celebrating her birthday tonight, even though it was during the week. And she got this big, huge um, ice cream truck. I don't even know what kind of doll it's for. But when TJ brought it out, I was just like, the little kid in me was just like, the colors, the lights lit up, the tail lights, the directionals, the played an ice cream song. I was in my glory. And then she opened up everything. She got coloring books and crayons and all that good stuff. And I was on the floor picking up the paper for a little bit. And then I sat at the counter. And all of a sudden I glanced over and she had $2. And I'm like, you got money? She goes, yeah, I got money. I go, oh, what are you going to do with that money? She stopped playing with toys. Stopped. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to walk away from that big, beautiful ice cream truck with all the little stuff inside of it. She jumped up, she went right to her room, and she grabbed her zipper pouch that has her name on it. And she's got a tracker in there. And she grabs it and she gives it to me and she starts with her money, and then everyone, Vinny says, Vinny says to her, who do you like better, me or your father? Meaning TJ. He goes, TJ. So she goes like this. She goes, you. So he goes, good answer. And he hands her money. So she whispers in my ear, she goes, I just said that because I knew he'd give me money. And I started laughing, hysterical. I go, I think you should tell Uncle Vinny that story. And Vinny goes, I want it back. We were laughing up a storm tonight. Literally had such a good time. But she literally, and people were handing her $5, a dollar, in addition to everything else. And she laid it out on the table and she wanted, I counted, this is what we've got in there. How much are we putting in? And then I didn't realize she didn't open an envelope from another grandma, and it had $7 in there because it's her 7th birthday and they give it to her in cash. And so she had two deposits today. And we closed it back up and I said, go put it where you keep it. And she stopped what she was doing and she went. And then I made a short on it. And my grandson kept yelling from his bedroom, when are you posting that? When are you posting that? And I'm like, in a second. And I'm uploading. I said, I'm connected to your Wi-Fi. It'll take 2 seconds. All of a sudden he's like, look. And then it went from like 50 to 100 to 200 to 300, and it's climbing. And he's flipping out. He's like, look at this, Lena, you're viral. And it was hysterical. So it was an embracing moment, and all about a little person saving what they got for their birthday. Unbelievable. She talks about this space one day being her space, and that she's going to do what Grandma Donna does. I said, okay. And her other grandma's there, and she's like, Lena, I wish I had someone to teach me what you're learning now. And that was like the topic of conversation tonight. We all, and I think the majority of you would say the same thing. We all wish we learned this at a younger age. So let's get into this video. We got Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Wendy, I have to tell you, I did appreciate your comment on my clean house short after Christmas, and the fact that you love the fact that I have energy and you'd like to steal some of it. I thought that was so cute. And then we've got Kim in the house and Valerie. Hi, everybody say hi to Valerie. Valerie, want to say hi. And we've got Amist. You left me a beautiful message today too. I'm trying to think on what post it was. Was it the plumbing post? I think you sent prayers for me. Oh my gosh, what a busy day in this house. I'm going to come through and just say hi to everybody. We got Cece in the house. Cece, I feel like I should be introducing you to like a music video. Cece's in the house and take it away, you know? How is the village doing? Village is high on energy and happiness right now. We got Chrissy in the house. Bill's won. Congratulations. You had snow again yesterday. Hi, Miss Nick. Nikki, did I ever tell you? I don't know if I've ever told anyone this in the village, that I had two names picked out for girls when I was having TJ. And one was either Melissa for the song Sweet Melissa by, oh my God, I can't think, the Allman Brothers, or it was going to be Nikki. So I was torn between two female names, but only one guy name. And he came out a guy. And then Vinny came out a guy, so it didn't matter. I didn't get to choose a girl name. All right, so here we go. Move some things around, clean that place, right? Organize. I want to tell you, can you see this set of drawers right here? I cleaned them last week. Now I know you can't see it. Well, maybe you can. These set of drawers I cleaned last night. Cleaned my office. Do you see? Look, wait, let me back up. Do you see? These are the savings challenges. We've got 4 cubbies. And then we got my markers and my books. And then it doesn't go across the desk now. Everything is now stacked high and reachable. I am organizing my life, but we're going to talk more about that, so don't go away. Let me say hi to everybody. Then someone remind me to talk about organization, because that's really not on my list. Hello, Mr. Jason. Jason and I got to catch up this week. We talked Elfster, so we're going to talk about that tonight too. Someone keep notes for me. We've got organization and Elfster coming at you tonight. We got the Crafty Saver. She did the hop on Friday. We're going to talk about hop too. Someone give me that back. Got 3 things so far. Anne-Marie, I did not get to watch your video yet, but you've got a special video out. And I think I would love one of my moderators to drop her debt confession link in the comment section, because I want you guys to go and click on it so that you can watch it later. Yeah, I heard about it, heard great things about it, and I cannot wait to watch it. Hi, Robin. How are you? Hi, Miss Judy. Hi, Yvette. How are you, my love? Designs by Saul. How are you? I love it. Miss Bev. I'm telling you, you and I are connected. I love it, and I feel you. When you leave me a comment, I feel it. And I love it. Dramatic Panda in the house. Long time no see, girl. How are you? We got Deb. Hi, Miss Deb. Donna. How are you? Oh my gosh. Budgeting with Melissa. Ginger. I did get your email. I absolutely loved it. And I will talk Elfster tonight. And I will reply to your email when I get a moment. I want to say thank you for that email. And I appreciate you and just letting me in on life. And I do. I love that you're a part of this and that you are now working towards a craft room. And if you need me to put a box of anything together, I will ship it to you. Hi, Lee. Obviously, she's putting together a craft room. We got little green cottage in the house. Wait, that disappeared real fast. Ah, okay. Hi, Tina V. You're getting dinner ready. Are you sharing? We had great dinner. Can I tell you? Oh. So, you never, like when you're having family gathering, especially at my house, it's something Italian. It's chicken cutlets, it's eggplant. Once in a blue moon, we'll do Chinese food and everybody gets to order what they want, or obviously a barbecue or a pizza. Well, I used to do fajitas. My daughter-in-law did tacos. She did chopped meat and she did chicken and all the fixings. And it was delicious. I don't know if it was the coziness, the house was warm. It was just perfect, perfect, and so different for us as a group. Ah, oh, you watched the little girl. You watched the little girl. She was so excited. And then she was telling everybody how she loves it when she comes to Grandma Donna's house and we make a YouTube video. Hey there. I forget your name. Please tell me your name. We got Bear Budgets in the house. I need your name too. And then I need to write it all down. Hi, Misha. How are you? We got Taylor in the house. You didn't miss much. I just was talking great stuff that happened today. Hi, Miss Sandra Saves. Tell John. No, because that money would have to come from me and it's not coming out of my hands or my pocket. Not for his negativity. Nope, 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 nope. Goodness. Hi, Megan. How are you? I'm going through everything. I'm trying to see. We got Michelle in the house. Michelle's another one. I might not reply to your comments, but I see them and I feel them. Oh, I love that they go to family dinner on Sunday nights. I really do. Miss Nika is in the house. And then we've got Amethyst. I do wish I had someone to yay me. This is when I was younger. My son is being taught now at 8, right? Isn't that amazing? Yes. Miss Jen is in the house. Debbie's in the house. All right, Erin. We got Pilers. How are you, Miss? Now, Missy does the hop this week. All right, we got to go over hop. And I'm going to make a community post. Okay. Community post. Hop calendar. I know that Mama Bear goes tomorrow. Yes, Mama Bear is going tomorrow. So on Monday, and can I tell you, I want to talk about that too. Oh my God, am I going to get like wound up tonight? All right, Mama Bear, Leela budgets, Steph's on a budget, the Queen's budget, Anne Marie, and Pilar's savings goes on Friday. What a lineup we have. I'm going to get off for a quick second and just discuss this because I loved that there were no videos on Sunday. I felt like Saturday and Sunday gave us a break. And if you work all week and you can't watch the daily of the hop while you're having your coffee on a Saturday or Sunday, it's a great way to catch up. And I just love that there was, I don't know, I loved having the weekend off. Did you guys feel that way? And I'm trying to catch up to your questions and answers. Don't want to miss anybody. I did get my new glasses this week, and I have to tell you, these are my old ones. My new ones are sitting right there. And I was a little, I love my doctor. I love her to death. She's opened the business for us when the boys have gotten metal in their eyes from being in the garage and stuff on a Saturday or Sunday. Like she's top notch. But the woman that was working for her, they gave me the glasses and they were too wide for my head. So she adjusted that. And then when I went like this, they fell. So she brought them back and they're like adjusted them and they still fell. So that's why they're over there. They're sliding off my face. And then I had, can I tell you? So much. I had I don't know if I got them 2 years ago, when my vision really started changing. She told me that I really shouldn't be around bright lights. And if I go outside, I really should be wearing sunglasses. So with all the discounts back then, I was able to get a pair of Ray-Bans. For the past year, I could not find them. Could not find them. And I knew they were somewhere in this space. I cleaned out one of these drawers the other day, and there they were. But I think someone put them on the face because they were too wide. So when I asked her to adjust those, she's like, well, how old are they? I go, they're about 2 years old, and I got them here. I was just like, it felt like I was inconveniencing her to fix my glasses. And I was just like, that's not nice. Be nice. So I do have to go back and get those adjusted. You'll help? You're going to keep notes for me? Thank you. Organize hop. No more hops. We'll sit one and done this year. We're going to focus on everything else. Hi, Miss Wanda. How are you, love? Oh, look at you all. You good? All right, I got to catch up to you. All right. What I want to do is, you guys are all talking. Hi, An. An is here. Sorry, I missed you coming in, An. All right, Mari's here. Hi. Oh, there's my girl. Hi, love. You love the hop? Yeah, I'm loving the lay low part. I don't know. It just seems more organized Monday through Friday. It's almost like a work week. I am. That's just my take, and I'm sticking with it. All right. Hi, Margie. How are you? I think I got everybody, and if I didn't, we'll get into it. So, on positive notes, I wanted to share this with you. You all know that I have a collection of toilet paper and paper towels, and I had a huge collection of Tide Pods and laundry detergent. But I stopped focusing on that in couponing. And this all comes back to money. And I stockpiled the paper goods. Well, I have probably enough laundry stuff for probably the next 7 months, say. So when I went to pick up John's meds this week, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me see what I can quickly do as a deal. Because I'm there. I had, and the reason why I knew I had my $10 in extra care bucks, and because you get your prescriptions there, and after so many, they give you $5. So they had given me a $5, so that meant I had $15 in free money, basically, right? So I was like, all right, you know what? First, I look for paper goods. I'm like, Donna, I step away from the paper goods. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna look at the paper goods. Let's see what we can do in laundry detergent. And Vinny doesn't like the pods. He's like, they never fully disintegrate. I'm like, they do for me. But I'm like, okay, no big deal. Because I use the extra water in my load. I was like, let me look at what I can do. Well, I got this one. I'm not doing a Tide commercial, which is 80 full ounces, right? I grabbed this kick butt one, which is 112 1.12 gallons. I was like 112. So I got those two. For the spend 30, get $10 back. And I grabbed, to make that $30 window, I grabbed 2 things of tissues. Buy one, get one 50% off, box tissues. Because you can never have enough tissues in the wintertime. Which I have a stockpile of those too, but it sealed the deal. With the coupons that attached to both the toilet, laundry soaps and the tissues, my out-of-pocket, and my receipt is right here. I want to show it to you. My out-of-pocket was $9.51. $9.51. But the best is I got $10 back. So I spent 10 and I got 10 back. That to me is a win-win. And now that it's Sunday, I'm going to see what they have, because now I have $10 to do another deal. Now, I don't do it every week. I do it when I can. But after looking at my stash of laundry detergent, I would love to bulk that up. And, you know, some of you might not understand why I do that. You know what? My daughter-in-law never asks for laundry detergent. She just never does. She just buys her own and she's good with that. Paper towels, toilet paper, and other stuff, they come here to get. But I don't know, when I get something, like, think about that. That cost me $5 for each one of these in the grand scheme of life. But then I got $10 back. So how do you not want to do that, right? To me, that gives me more money to save into my sinking funds and savings challenges. So I've been itching. I think I did that on Thursday and life just passed me by. So I did want to share that with you. All right. Throw something at me that I said. Look at my girls there. New York is in the house and she understands me 100%. This girl was the couponing queen. She is and was awesome. Couponing changed during pandemic, after pandemic, and then couponing just, it's difficult to do. You really got to focus on it. You still get a better deal than most, but it's changed. Oh my God. If you could go back 20 years, you'd make a killing. They'd give you money, but not anymore. And laundry detergent can be expensive, 100%. Yes. And we are good. You use the pods. And you know what this is? So in the laundry room, I have a shelf and I have one of those. Think of the candy store, right? The candy store back in the day. They had the big glass containers, the big ones. Well, the one that sits on my counter in my laundry room with the pods in it is probably about 10 inches by 12. So it's huge. It's a big, round, heavy jug. And at one point, that was filled to the max with pods, and I had tons of backup in the cabinet. I don't have backup anymore for pods. So I want to start filling that back up and being ahead for maybe next year. So you watch me save for Christmas of 26, right? I started that in July of 25 for Christmas of 26. Now my mind is thinking, get me enough household goods for all of 27. That's what I'm thinking. I'm always that year ahead. Okay, let's talk Elfster. Okay, thank you, Taylor. Let's do Elfster first. So remember this. Elfster is for members only. And if you clicked on that link and your name is in the Elfster category, that means you are part of the gift exchange. If by chance you clicked on that and you really don't want to be a part of this gift exchange for whatever reason, please go remove yourself from that. We do have until February 1st, and I'm going to keep reminding everybody this each week because I don't want anybody to have joined by accident. And then we don't have an exchange going. So please know that. So remind me again, who was asking me about Elfster? Once you click on that link and you are part of the Elfster, you do nothing until February 1st when there is an automatic, Elfster does this, they automatically draw names. Sorry if you hear John. They draw names. And they automatically give you who you're going to send the gift to. So then when you get that person's name, you go and look and see what's on their wish list. And most times it's in a storefront, such as Amazon, where you put it in your Amazon cart, you change the address it's being shipped to their address, and Amazon ships it directly to them. So it's really easy peasy. And if you have any questions, can we answer them maybe a little bit tonight? All right. Oh, we got Jack in the house. Hi, Jack. Hi, Nana, Amy. Jess, did I say hi to you? I don't think I did. Hi, Varsi. How are you? My friends used to come shopping in my basement thanks to my stockpiling with coupons. Right. I know people that bundle them and then resell them, but no, I don't do it for that. I do it for the family. I do. And then when I really had a stockpile, when we go to our snowmobile Christmas party and they always ask for baskets, I would pick together like 2 baskets, one of personal stuff, shampoos, conditioners, hand soaps, things like that. And then I would do one of laundry. I don't have a supply like that anymore, so nobody's getting my stockpile. It's for family needs only. Oh, they okay, nice. I do have dishwashing machine pods pile up because I have a bunch of coupons for them. Nice. You know what? For me, I don't think dishwasher pods are so expensive and they last pretty much a long time for me. I have to shut the heater off in this room. But I like that idea. Right. It is so different now. I agree with you. All right. So nobody has any questions in regards to Elfster. We're all good with that, right? Remember this. I ask you guys to go back and make sure that your wish list has something around the $25 mark. And if it doesn't make that $25 mark, maybe have a little bit of a filler, something that's like $2 or $1 or something, something low denom so that they can bundle to get to that 25. That would be nice, or just a $25 gift. Make sure, just make it as easy peasy as we possibly can. Diet soda and the vanilla that I made. Tonight, I sat here and I was like, I was in the mood for vanilla Coke, and I don't have any of that. So I was like, I'm going to go get that vanilla and I'm going to add it to my soda. And it smells just like and that's why I was talking. You know what it had to have been? Had to have been that ice cream truck. And the fact that my daughter-in-law had a Carvel cake. Usually my granddaughter wants these fun things from Walmart with the, I don't know, different scenes on it, but they couldn't get it made. So she bought a plain old ice cream cake. And I think it was the ice cream cake and the ice cream truck. And I was like, the scent of vanilla, I so wanted it. And then I don't know if Mari's still here. Last Christmas, did Mari have me last year? She made this for me. Do you all see that? And I have to tell you, I know that we come into January really strong. I know we do. We come in and we're planning and we're budgeting and we're getting our ducks in a row and things like that. And we're like, okay, we're going to start taking vitamins. We get that momentum, that build up. And water was never on my to-do list. Never. I started putting water in this. I drink this and fill it about 4 times a day without even thinking. Without even thinking. I think my daughter-in-law's cooking had some sodium in it, so I'm like really thirsty tonight. Okay. If you think of an Elfster question, please message me on there. Okay, so Jason is our moderator on Elfster. So there is a chat in Elfster that you can put a question in, and he's really good about answering those questions. Love it. That's the vanilla that I made for over a year. We put the vanilla bean in it, and so talking about the vanilla bean, I use the rum and I use the vodka when I made my vanilla beans, right? And we watched them ferment. And the rum was a little bit darker to begin with, but the vodka one actually actually balanced out. They both became that golden brown. Well, Friday night, we had to go to a birthday party where a bunch of locals go. It was for two littles also, and it's in their garage, and they are, can I tell you, this family, they're my generation and older, right? And then there are generations below. There's two. So there's three generations of this family that go to this garage on Friday night in the winter, but go to the original house that they all grew up in for the porch on Friday nights. And it's a gathering. And it's not just family, friends and neighbors, and everybody comes every Friday night, brings a dish, all that good stuff. And we went there. And this one woman, Donna, who she's a guru at so much good food, right? Amazing foods. We're talking vanilla. She used bourbon. I was like, I didn't use bourbon. She's like, bourbon. She goes, and she makes a paste. She was telling me she makes a vanilla paste. I was like, I want to use the paste. What do you use the paste on? I still didn't get what that was. But yeah, could you imagine a vanilla paste? Oh, doesn't that sound delicious? How did I make my girl? I had her designed a long time ago. She was part of my crafty days. And then I personally evolved her with legs and arms and that kind of stuff. She's a work in progress. She's aging with me. Miss Laura Bell's in the house. Is that what I see? Yes. All right. Next up was organization. How have you all, now I want to come in with Q&As tonight because I really want to talk to you and see where you guys are all at. I'm going to grab my list. I have a list. And I was working on my Sunday night budget. But before that, should we do our brick wall first? What do y'all think? Brick wall before we forget? Because Char's not here to remind us. $20 in the house. Let's do the brick wall. Come on. I'm going to change you to my desk, which is a little bit of a mess, but you'll get it. Close my notebook that has Vinny's name on it. All right, stand by. Ta-da! Am I backwards on your end? Because it's backwards on my end. I'll just cope with it. All right. Hop. Working on my budget. Oh, can we talk about this for a second? Let's talk about this. So, you all know what Christmas is for me. My Christmas binder. It is the bank, right? So, I had the plumbing done today. The plumbing got fixed. If you didn't see those, the plumbing got fixed. And because it's a Sunday, I pulled the money from here. So this is $450 short because that's what it cost me. And then I want to talk about that too. And remind me, sinking funds. We want to talk about sinking funds. I'm going to put $20 here just so that I know. And then I'll add again because I do want to do a save tonight. I'm staying up for a save. Who started pixie dusting with us? If you are pixie dusting with us, can you write pixie dust in the comments? Kind of curious. Okay, who knows where I put my brick wall? Oh, brick wall gets its own section. Trying to get used to every single thing. All right, $20. This is going to fly by for us. You know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And we'll do this one. Okay. $20. This isn't the marker I used, but that's okay. Yes, $20. This is going to fly by. Are you loving it? I'm loving it. That's okay. It shows week to week. So, who's pixie dusting? I'm going to look up in a second. I know, for the girl that wants to color so badly, I feel like there's no perfect time, especially when I'm filming a video, to take my time to color. All right. Ta-da! That's how snowflakes are made. Let's push this aside. And let's grab our brick wall. I don't know where it is. I can't even put you on hold for a second. All right. Truth be told, I'm going to turn my camera around and you're going to help me spy the brick wall. It's coming. Ah, there it is. I don't have them in any specific order. Yeah, she gets to see the back of my head. Where did I put brick wall? Didn't I make a book for just the brick walls? I did. Safe to Sinks, Snow White, Cash Breakdown, A Year of Brick Walls. Okay. Frosty has 20, and I'm adding 20. So we have $20, $30, $40. Okay, I'm going to come back and read the comments because you guys are all saying nice things to Laura, and I want to see what that's about. All right. What did I miss? You are adding extra to all the blank bricks on the wall, $1 each, and there are 21 of them. Yeah, I said that I'm probably going to add like color in the snowflake. That one that's coming out. Yes. All right. You're trying to get Gavin to do a cooking channel. Ooh, that sounds great. And you know what? He's got such a great personality. I could see him working a channel. I really could. Okay. Next up, we were talking about, before we got into the brick wall, can we talk about organization? Because it being January, do you guys, I've been talking about it all week, and I would love to hear what you all have to say. I've been talking about it all week about how I feel about January this year. And are you guys feeling it the same way? Do you feel like January came in and it was like a breath of fresh air, and that it was the opportunity to, okay, so 2025 was the years of the snake, and 2026 is the year of the horse. But the year of the horse really hasn't come in yet. It comes in, I think, Lisa, the 17th, right? I think it comes in on the 17th. So we're still in the snake. But the snake is like shedding its skin. It's psh. So the cleansing really comes from that, so they say. Okay. I want to read the comments and see what you all have to say about feeling this way about January. Yes, fire horse. Yes. Love it. Because every day I sit here and I have just an old notebook. And this was Vinny's from when he was in school. And it actually, okay. And then I borrowed it for, this is so funny. It see if I could show it to you. Can you, it says Storks 2003. So you kind of, last week I said, TJ stopped by and he's like, I need notebooks. I'm like, okay, what do you want? Right. So years and years and years ago on Long Island, I don't know if you did it in your areas, but when you had a baby, they would take this big stork and it was cut out of plywood and you would put it up on your lawn with a birth announcement, the date and the pounds and the baby's name, right, of the newborn baby, just so that the neighborhood can see that your baby came and this is what you named it. Does anybody remember those? Well, we had that business, and I used to deliver those storks in a Jeep. And this was one of the books from 2003. I actually ripped the pages out of it just recently and threw them away. So our company, in fact, I still have, oh, this is scary. I still have the yellow page ad somewhere in this room because we took out ads in the yellow pages. That's when the yellow page, like there was still phone books back then. Oh my God, just show them your age, Donna. So that's how long ago that sucker was. Are you all laughing with me? All right. So every day, this notebook, I write down, even though we have beautiful note papers, for some reason I'm attached to this and I'm writing down every single thing that I need to get done. And if it's not getting done on that day, it's getting rolled over into the next one. Oh, you feel, okay, let's go back because I want to hear what you all have to say. You're grateful 2025 is over and you can finally get a paycheck again. I'm glad. You must be feeling better, my friend. You do feel that January is a cleansing and starting new. Honestly, I was at first, then I found out a close church member passed away and things have been hard since. Okay. All right. So some of you feel it. Now, Judy, can I ask, why does it feel like it's a mess? Is it maybe, can I ask? Because December was a very busy month for you. And it might seem a mess right now, but coming home and getting organized, maybe you're just a little bit behind and it will get cleaned up. And if it's a mess, is there any way that I can help you unmess it? Is there anything I can do? Hi, Princeton girl. You guys remember those. Megan, can I ask how old you are? No, I'm kidding. And did you live on Long Island? Because maybe I dropped one off on your mom's doorstep. Oh my gosh. I'm dying here. I'm dying. I will tell you this. I did have 2 pieces of the ice cream cake. So if I seem a little wound up, it's probably because it's sugar. Oh my God. 2. The ice cream cake was, I have to tell you, there's never ice cream in this house. Not usually. And I was jonesing for ice cream this week. I don't know why. I just wanted ice cream and I didn't have any. So when she brought out the ice cream cake, I was like, she gave me a piece and I looked at it and I go, I may be back for seconds. And I never do. Never do. Oh, yes. Long Island. It was called, did I tell you what it was called? It was called Magic Years Storks. That was the name of our company. And it was legit. If I go over there to that side of the room, no, I think I recently just threw it away. When you started a corporation, because they didn't do LLCs for us, they wanted us corporation. We did that. And we also did after death cleanups. We had 2 businesses going at one time. Yes, I know the second one is kind of what the heck, but John being a crime scene detective, him and his partner did the actual jobs. I did the booking. and stuff like that. And it was actually a business that the insurance companies paid us directly. But anyway, getting back to those days, they were corporations. So we actually had in our books that they gave us when you incorporated a business, they gave us our own seals. I thought that I threw them away, but I might not have, because they were big and chunky and metal. And it was just like, I don't remember if I kept them or not. But so through the years, entrepreneurship, I guess maybe this is where the boys get it from. They've watched us as parents have multiple businesses and be focused on, having a job, but also having a side hustle, right? Right. Judy, I get it. Take a deep breath, and I promise you will get there. And I'm going to ask you at the end of January, how do you feel? Do you feel caught up? And I bet you tell me yes. Yeah, I bet you do. You'll be fine. Just slow and steady. Nobody came into this thinking that they were not a hot mess. And it takes time and momentum and rhythm and consistency. You guys will get it. You guys will get it. Okay, so I didn't deliver to your mom. Oh my God. You guys are funny. You have a candy jar on your counter. Love it. Okay. So, organization, and I hope that it sticks with me for the year. I really do. And going through each drawer and going through everything is a mindset, right? And the mindset not only is about organization of desk stuff, it was about organization of money stuff. Because if you're not organized here, how could you be organized on your desk or up in here, right? So everything that I kind of bring to the table all comes back full circle. What if I asked you this question? Okay, think about this for just a second. We're 91 strong. I want you to just pause for just a minute. Look around the room that you're in, not my room. Look around your room. Give yourself a second, just look around. What in your room no longer serves you? What could you live without? You don't have to tell me, but do you see one thing that you no longer need? So yesterday, I was exhausted when I made last night's video. I don't know how I stayed awake for that video. I took down Christmas. And I did that short on how clean the living room and dining room looked. And it's such an amazing feeling, right? Such an amazing feeling that you want to keep going, because there's a lot of space in a person's home. Your kitchen drawers, your kitchen cabinets, your laundry room, your basements, your office, your bedroom drawers, your closets. There's a lot that can be decluttered, right? Not saying do it all at once. Just think about that, right? Because it all takes space. Well, yesterday, when I was putting away Christmas, I talk about that common area down the basement that is really not common. It's all stuff, right? TJ was down there. Oh, I forgot to take something home from TJ's house. Shoot. Okay. TJ came and he said that he's got to go for a seminar for auctioneering, and he needed nice clothes. So I said to him, why don't you go through the clothes in the basement that were your uncle's? Because my brother sent the boys boxes and boxes of clothing. And when I tell you my brother's clothes are high-end clothes, something I wouldn't buy, he sends them to my boys. And the boys take what they want at that moment, leave the box down there, and then they'll go through it again and say, you know what, this works for me right now. So TJ came down. He's like, can I have that box? I said, yeah, as long as you take it home. Don't do it here. I don't feel like cleaning up after you. So he took the box home. He went through the box. And tonight he said, can you take this bag home? I don't want it, and I don't know what you want to do with it. And it was just a small bag of clothing. I said, I'll go through it with Vinny and see what he wants. And then sometimes I'll even wear a sweater or something. But the point was this. Last week, I looked around that basement. And I was like, son of a gun. You guys got to get your stuff out of here. Got to get your stuff out of here. Well, organizing Christmas, putting things in bins, marking bins, still in that organizational mode. I looked around the boiler room area where all the totes go, and I go, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. So I come upstairs and I call John. They were at the building. I go, are you guys busy today? He goes, on and off. I said, you think you could break away for a little bit? He goes, why? I go, I'm going to put stuff on the front porch. I need you to come pick it up and take it back with you. So he goes, oh, yeah, I could do that. Okay, I think he thought I was leaving like this and this on the front porch. He came, that front porch from railing to railing was packed with stuff. Packed. Bar stools that had been in that basement forever. Nobody was touching them or using them. Stuff that I just put it out there. I'm done. If they won't come get their stuff, I'm just going to put this stuff on the counter and I'm going to start cleaning and organizing. So anyway, that was what yesterday felt so amazing, right? And just love Christmas, loved it being up. I haven't been had it up this long for years, but taking it down, dusting, cleaning, you name it, and then purging. I think that I'm into it even more. Like it's still overflowing. If that makes sense to you, that it's just an amazing feeling. It's carrying over into this space, and I'm going to go back. This space needed attention, needed love. I need to feel at one with myself in this space because this space is what keeps us all motivated and going. Do you all remember this? Do you all remember this? This was gifted to me by Plan Live Budget. Stuck it in a drawer. No idea what drawer it was in. It's back. And things are getting... I'm going back old school. Old school Donna's coming. And I'm done. And I want that like same feeling I had yesterday. I want you to feel that. I want every good feeling that I have. I want to experience with you. I want you to experience it through me. I want what I'm saying to motivate you. So Wendy, you said today you wish you had 5% of it. Next time you don't have the energy to pick that thing up or go through that drawer, think about it. Donna would get up and go through that drawer. Maybe I should. Or, you know what? I'm going to do this because Donna did. And if Donna could do it, I could do it. Right? Because that's what I want you to feel. I want you to feel that motivation. If Lisa could do it and Donna could do it and Judy's going to do it, I could do it too. Right? As long as it's something good. If it's something bad, don't want to do it. So let's go back. All right. I don't want to miss anything. I can't tell anyone is behind or feeling messy. I feel so motivated by many of you. I love that, Angela, because you know what? This is what Sunday nights are all about, motivation. And it's amazing how, even though I'm talking about organization and cleaning and purging, it's going to have a purpose. Trust me. Symphony Pryor here. Hi, girl. Hi. All right. All right, love it. I just have to send it to my kids' building. Yes. Um, thank you, Jay. Oh, that's it. And think about this. How much clothing do we all have that we don't wear or don't use? And I'm going to be brutally honest. John's side of the closet, I can tell you what's been touched in the year and what hasn't been touched in the last few years, but still doesn't get rid of it. And I'm okay if you're holding on to it for a reason. I'm good with that. Okay, so you're purging too. You're getting rid of. Love it. Pile making. Um, okay. You're leaving your tree up. I'm changing out ornaments. The light spread up my space. Okay. I have to tell you, I thought about that this year. Yesterday. I was just like taking everything else down. I was leaving the tree and I was like, I really do like the way that looks. I love it. But I needed to move the television to the corner for a while because John was having difficulty actually seeing it on the wall that it was on. So I had to switch it. But I love it. I love it. I love that you're leaving it up. And, years and years ago, we did that. And I put up red lights for Valentine's Day, green lights for St. Patrick's Day, and fun stuff like that. WW. Michelle is listening. Do you guys know that we did the brick wall? All right, you guys are talking about recording. All right, you guys, I know you have her. You guys have got this. Do you have cable you can connect the phone to your computer? Are you guys talking? I'm not going to get into that. You guys are figuring that out. Hi, Donna. Okay. You are decluttering as well. January 1, item gone. Oh, you're doing that. Okay. You know what? I don't want to get that crazy into having to find 10 things on the 10th or 11 things on the 11th. I just want to go from one space to another, and then just get rid of. Like, that's what I want to do. I really, I want to organize as best I can in here. And then when TJ's really up and running as an auctioneer, I don't know what, if I showed you my file cabinet drawer of stamping up stamps, I have a collection that your jaw would drop. And I don't know what, like, a part of me says I want to sit down and I want to relax and maybe make a card or do something. But will I ever? I don't know. And if I don't know. Torn. Some things I want to get rid of, and some things, I guess at that moment you will feel whether or not you're done with it. And let me tell you, listen to your instincts. Listen to them. Excuse me. Oh, Ma, how are you? Okay. I love you, my friend. All right. It is a fun way to do that, Bev. All right, let's go to this one. All right. Let's close out organization. Right, let's close it out. Next week, I'm going to ask you, did you? Not asking you to do an entire room. I'm going to ask you, did you start? And when this is next Sunday, did you start? And someone remind me, did you start cleansing, throwing things out, getting rid of? And how did it feel? Not tonight, but that's going to be my next question. Like, I literally, every paper clip went into a jar. Everything got, like, it feels new again when I organized. So we're going to close that out. I'm going to keep with that because it's a very exciting feeling. And it's work, but it's like instant gratification when you do organize it. All right. Now we're getting into the financial. This is the financial part of all of us. I can down that whole thing of water. So save to sink. It always comes back to save to sink. Save to sink, I have for myself. And I always talk about me, and I'm always going to tell you what worked for me, what is working for me, what did not work for me. Your girl right here, I don't know where the focus is coming from. Maybe because I've been asking for it for months. I don't know if it's the new year, the new me. You know, nothing is holding me down. I actually feel uplifted. I feel mentally so excitable, like cleansed. All right. So I was able to sit down at my desk, organize this desk. Can I ask guys a question? I'm not going to look now. I'm going to look in a little bit. What do you think of the desktop? Because at one point you thought the brick was too dark. Then you wanted the lighter color. What do you think of the desk? Now, I'll get to those comments later. So desk is organized. I feel my feng shui, and I keep going like this because I have everything I need right here, and then I have everything that I need to get here, right? So I'm truly organized. And I think maybe that's what I was missing. Nothing was flowing for me. So I sat here this week and I was like, girl, banking. I bank at the first of the month, and then I organize throughout the month. Double check everything throughout, like did this clear, did that clear? I reconcile. I probably reconcile 3-4 times a week as checks clear. I don't know, just never know. I take that 5 minutes because that's all it takes is 5 minutes to reconcile because I do it digitally on Quicken. And I've got to focus on TJ's monies, right? I've got to focus on that right now. I sat down and I did a brand new spreadsheet for that HELOC. Now I'm not going to tell you those numbers. I'm not gonna, because it's coming in a video. Just know that I am beyond proud of myself on where I'm at with the in and the out. And someone recently said to me, and I didn't see her here tonight. She's like, because I messaged her, I said, I started working on it again. And she said, I'm happy. She says, because I got a little nervous. She says, because it's not, and I know you're either a love or hate of Dave Ramsey, but Dave Ramsey's not about the HELOC. Because I could see how a lot of people could slack on it. And I know I was not slacking. I was not taking advantage of the HELOC. That's just not my personality. And I sat down to look at those numbers and I was just like, wow, Don, you got this. You got this. Even with everything that's going on, you've got this. And bringing in, I'm going to get to that K in a minute. Save to sink. I was all about that HELOC and disregarded that save to sink. But that save to sink is just as important as that HELOC to me. I realized this. And there's going to be a secondary video coming that I'm not even going to tell you the title of. I think that I am going to do this based on what I save usually on a monthly basis. Just thinking, because you know me, I'm tracking what I've done every January, every February. It sits, here you go. Talking about organization, right? It sits here. I can go back and look at what did I save last January? What did I save the January before that? I have it, right? And these are all important. They really are. And I really want that for you. I want you guys to start writing these things down. I think I'm going to take those monies that come at the end of the month and save to sink. Some of it's going to get into sinking funds. Some is going to go towards the HELOC. But off the top, I think I want to take the first 1,000 and have a 10K book sitting here. Well, it's going to be here on videos, and then it's going to be put in a safe place, because that kind of money is not going to be sitting around like that. I think I want to collect $10,000, if not 12. My goal would be to have $1,000 for every month, and come December, have $12,000 sitting there. I want a 12K savings, and I think I want to attempt that. So then when I said that in the video the other night, I wanted to discuss it with you all. So what do you think of knowing the HELOC exists? I'm helping TJ. I'm working on sinking funds. But how cool would it be to take 1,000 off the top and save it again? All right, I'm going to just glance at the comments, and I want to say thank you to Omas for telling me, reminding me. I'm going to just skim through these real quick. And I'm going to get down to your comments. All right. If I missed anything, will you guys just tell me if I did? Oh, Anisha is here. Hi. You guys are talking about decluttering. Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Jenny's here. But I saw Jenny. Okay. I think Kendra heard you because she's upstairs redoing her bedroom again, even though her butt should be resting her knee. Oh, she won't do anything that she can't handle, I'm sure. She's a young whippersnapper. Go get her, girl. He's not about the HELOC for people who don't have expenses under control. Amen, Angela. Amen. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And it's so funny, to the person I was texting, I said, I aim to succeed. And she's like, yes, you do. Yes, exactly. And that is, and I could see where a HELOC could get you into big trouble. Well, now I got that. Why can't I, pay off my debt, and then I can go buy, let's go on vacation. Let's go, I don't know. Let's go on a shopping spree. Don't you want this? Don't you want that? No. Okay. I probably missed her. Okay. Yeah, I'm not savvy enough in CD ladders. One day I will think about that. 5Ks can take a long time. I get you on that. Okay. You guys are liking the idea. Yes. And reallocating, right? If you can do 1K a month, that's great. Well, when you look at my past, why, that would definitely be challenging myself. Definitely be challenging myself. Okay. But think about this. I've saved it, and usually I sync it, or I do, syncing challenges, or I write back into the HELOC. So I don't know. I want to see, maybe 6 months. I don't know. It was just a thought that flipped into my head, and I didn't know how I was going to run with it. And I thought, what better place than on Sunday Night Live to actually have a conversation about it? I got 1K fund and want to get another one this year. Thank you. As long as, right, exactly, 100%. Okay, is Anne-Marie still here? Anne-Marie, I want to see if the Queen's budget's still here. Give me a second to see if she shows up, because I want to see if she'll discuss what she actually wants me to do with her in probably about a year or two. Ah, she's here. Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, can you post that video? Okay, Anne-Marie, could you tell them what challenge you want to do with me in a year or two? Where do you want that goal? Where do you want us to start? And what do you want us to end at? What amount? Let's see if she says it. There you go. You all see this? She says to me I want to say a year ago, we had okay. Surround yourself with the same thinking, the same mentality. That's all I have to tell you. When you want to succeed at something, think and bring the same like-minded people into your space, right? So Anne-Marie says, I'm like, oh, how can we do this? And she's got ideas. She's got great ideas, this girl. And it's not off the table. It's not 100% on the table. It's making its way onto the table. And I so want to do this with her. Is it blowing your mind? Is it blowing your mind that you actually had two people that talked about this, thought about this, and want to succeed at this number right there? Right there. I'm telling you, Emery, somebody, you guys know, you need to go follow this girl and show her some love, because, and you need to listen. Listen to her words. Listen to her guidance. She's taking classes. She listens to things. She's always educating herself on her finances. She definitely has amazing thought processes. I can't go on enough about her. Cannot. In fact, I'm going to ask her, I don't know what day you're off this week, but can we have a meeting? Because whenever I have a meeting with her, you want to talk about Sunday nights pumping you up. And oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. When I get off the phone with her, it's all yes, yes, yes. Always. I talked to you about this, raising the bar. I want you all to raise the bar. How do you raise it? How do we do this? How do we get there? Start here. Let's get to here. Let's get to here. Let's get to here. And then you were here and now you're here. That's what I want. So she takes me out of my comfort zone in thinking, because you get this sense of security just doing things the way you normally do them. Right? I'm good. I'm saving this amount. She's like, no, you could do more. You could do more. Do it. You got it. And that's what I want. Look at that. 1 to 428. blows my mind. Blows my mind. Yep. 100%. Like-minded. We all have to do this. We really do. So tonight for me, when I thought about what I was going to do with all of you and what we were going to talk about, because I want every Sunday night to have a goal, a seed, plant a seed for our year, right? Plant a seed for our year. What is our purpose? What do we want to see in our future financially? What are our goals? How can we work towards them? You know, when we come together on a Sunday night, it really is a collaboration. Now, you know the channels do collaborations. This is our way Sunday nights to collaborate. Wait, I can't see that. Hop, 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 laugh out loud. I love you too, my friend. I saw capitals. I'm like, okay. So this is our collaboration. We are collaborating together. And for us to be collaborating together, it's putting us in a mindset for our future, our financial future. How do we do this? Now, one of my words for 2026 was aspire. When you think about the current situation, what do you aspire to? What is the next step? Like, start the plan. Now, tonight was about goals. Have you guys done your personal goals and your financial goals for the quarters? Have you sat down and thought about any of these? Now, I'm going to be brutally honest. The only place that those goals are right now are in my head. And I want to get them out of my head and onto paper. I need to get them onto paper. I think it's raising the bar. It's taking us to the next level. To go from here to here, it's got to come out of you, right? Ask yourself these questions. I want you to think about this for a second. And this is really important. I'm just going to read the comments real quick. You might want to get a pen and paper for this one, because I really want you to think about these. I'm just reading Chrissy's comment right now. The positivity in the village makes me feel like I can do it. My word for this year is determined. I love that. I love it. Okay. Guys, get a paper. The Village Hop. All right. Okay. I want to ask you these questions. But don't answer them in the comments. These are personal to you. And these are all going to be about understanding where you're at financially in your budget. So, question number 1, because I wrote them down. What does your current cash flow look like? Like I said, please don't put it in the comment section. Do not. Your income versus your expenses. Remember that. You bring in your income, write down all your expenses, and then you deduct it. And that's what's left, right? What about your assets? Go through your assets. Like, we talked about assets a long time ago. Do you have 401ks? Do you have IRAs? Do you have vehicles? What are your assets? I think they deserve their own separate piece of paper, right? What are your outstanding debts? Now, they could be commercial, credit cards, your mortgage? Do you carry a student loan? What are those? What are you anchored to? I want to use the word anchored. What are you anchored to? Don't forget to account for that. And then ask yourself this question. How do you feel? How do you feel about your current situation when you look at everything? Are you can give yourself 1 to 10. Where are you at? But don't leave it in the comments, please. These are for you. And I scoured the internet this week thinking about what can we bring to the table tonight that is going to help us, that's going to make us think, that's going to put us into a focus of our finances, right? Because it's January. Let's look at it now. Let's face it now. And I think because I faced my finances this week, I think that we all should face our finances this week, because not that I was afraid of them. I just, I part of me was like, I can't be bothered right now. And I wanted to go like this to me. Actually, I probably did. And that's what got me into it. So just take the time. Just take the time. And then I want you to do those goals. What are your financial goals? What are your personal goals? Not your family goals. What's the goal for you personally? I want you to do that. And if you don't have the sheets, don't worry about getting the printables. Just write them down, right? And make them measurable and obtainable. And let's make them time bound. Let's make it so that we can eventually achieve these goals in a window of opportunity. I have like, I'm thinking 10 steps ahead always. And I have so many things I want to accomplish. How do I go from starting that list to actually checking them off of my list, right? What steps do you and I need to take to make that list, check out that list, and address these goals to accomplish them together, right? And it all comes down to the cash flow. Really does. Where does the cash flow lie? And is it working? And if it's not, can you, I'm going back to Chrissy's comment because I can't find it now. Okay. If there's not enough at the end of the month, what can you stop to get more? Like, these are all things that I want for you. So how are you all feeling about goals, and where are you at with them? That's really what I'm asking you. I want to know where you guys are at with your goals. You will work on it. Too many take a while, but will be so worth it. Okay? Amory, if Donna saves $12,000 a year, it will take 8 years and 4 months to save $100,000. You know what, Jen? I'm gonna maybe school you on that. If Donna can get rid of that HELOC and not have to worry about her family's financials, meaning my boys, right? Because right now my concern is TJ and covering all that. If I don't have a HELOC, why can't I do that 100K in 2 years? Why? Why couldn't I? Because when you think about this, that 12K is only me pulling out 1,000 of everything I've saved. Now I get excited about the math. I truly get excited. I'm like, oh, how can I do this? But you know what? I'm going to go slow and steady. It really isn't, and then you fast track it at the end. But raise that bar. Okay, it's 5 years. Well, let's see. Can we cut it down to 4? And then once you start, well, can't we get to 3? Come on, you all see me. You know, if I did not go on the cruise and then get sick, that 5K would have been done. But because I was not making videos and I was under the weather and all that stuff, I fell behind. It's a matter of staying on the horse. Yes. And for those of you that have new channels, right? Because there's a bunch of you that have new channels. Do you feel that making videos now keep you more accountable? Yes or no? I missed something. Okay. You know what? You know what, Anne-Marie? Maybe we start. If you're gonna do 1 to 400 and whatever it was, scare the heck out of me. Why can't we start it now and do the 1 to 100 first? I think we should set a goal. We could set a, let's talk about this. This is gonna be our goal this week. Why can't we start it? Oh my gosh, did I just say that out loud? Holy moly. I think I said that out loud. I did say that out loud. Oh my God, I feel like a cartoon character. Whee! Oh. Okay, I'm gonna skim through some of the comments because I feel like I am push off my mortgage, but still deciding if I want to start the 100 challenge and put some in now, but focus more on paying my mortgage. Right, can't we start slow? Like, can't we do that? Oh my God. You guys have to go watch that video I was talking to you about earlier with Anne-Marie, and then you're going to understand where goals come in. You're trying to remind yourself to be realistic with those goals. So I'm going to break my annual goals into quarterly goals. Well, that's what I suggest most of the years, is to do January, February, March, and each month would have a goal. So if in January you didn't make those goals, roll them into February. And in February, roll them into March. I know what you're doing, my friend. Yes, that's what the goal would be, together. Keeping each other accountable. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. Christmas Tree Farm YouTube channel. You have a Christmas Tree Farm in West Virginia? Very nice. And an Airbnb. I'll come stay at your Airbnb. Yes. 25K for 4 years. I love the way you just broke that down. Love that. Now, I talked to you before about a second video coming. There's going to be 2 special videos coming at you. One probably this week, maybe both this week. They're not save videos. They're really focus discussion videos. And remember this number right here that Chrissy put out. Remember it. And let's see where we go with that. And now I'm going to talk to Anne-Marie this week. Okay, so your goals are keeping you accountable, right, Angela? Love that. And filming is definitely motivational. And not only do I keep myself accountable, but I know that everyone in this comment section helped keep me accountable. Nice. Oh, words of wisdom, girl, right there. Words of wisdom always has the words of wisdom. I think that I have powerful moments, she comes out with some really good, powerful moments right there. Just because you don't think you can do it, you will never start. So basically, she's telling you to start right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm all about it. All about it. Emery, let's talk about this. We have a meeting. Stay on the horse and grind. Love you, Wanda. Love it. Yes. Do you see the motivation in this room tonight? I want you all, we got 97 of you, and I know some of you are watching and don't comment because you're not members. I will get to the end very shortly. I want you, if you are part of this chat, I want to see a sentence of motivation. And don't back out. I know who's here and who's commenting. Give me a positive sentence. I don't care what it's in relation to. It could be your home, yourself, your car. I don't care. I want to see something positive from each and every one of us now. I'm going to tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. We can start slow now. Amen. Oh, there's your positive right there, Chris. This is amazing. Thank you, Taylor. Yes, she does. Okay, let's see. Let me tell you something. Last year, the amount of food, not grocery food, the amount of money spent in a restaurant in 2024, when I saw it come through, because 2024, we used one specific credit card, and that was for miles, so that we didn't ever have to pay for airline tickets. When I looked up what was spent on dining out, I almost had a heart attack. And I was not okay with it, but John was so okay with it. And it was not half, it was a little lower than that. But how sick is that? So you buying stuff, forget about it. If I just didn't have to eat out. Nice. I love that. The Abundance Fund, yes. Everything. Oh, I'm writing that one down. I love that one. Everything happens when you start. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love that. Love it. We are starting, just the idea of wanting it. Definitely think positive. I will. Okay. Keep on swimming. Don't look back, only look forward. Hi, Jess. You have survived 100% of your bad days, only up from there. Okay, here we are. We're in them. We are more powerful than doubt. Everything has a bright spot. Hi, Rosie. I am determined. Go, Donna. I will be debt-free at the end of this year. Woohoo! You can save, just start $1 at a time. Stay focused. You learn from your mistakes. I feel motivated and determined to reach my goals for 2026. Go, Les. Every step counts. It doesn't matter how big or how small, it will still be a step. Go, Tara. I am successful when I put my mind to do something. I accomplished sewing my sets together today for my new quilt. Stay on track. If you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct. Oh, boom. That's one. That's like in your face. That's so, so true. If you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct. Just start. Whatever it is, just get the ball rolling. Oh my God, I love this part of the night. I am actually who I need to be at this moment. Working on 3 rock goals. Go, Jean. Hi, Miss Jean. Lisa, she's working on goals that are rocks and boulders, and I love that for you, Jean. Jean was on the cruise with us. Keep trying and never giving up. I will have half of one of my credit cards paid down by July. Go, girl. Start today. Time passes whether you begin or not. If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. E.T. Ha! Onisha. Awesome, Wendy. Look at you. Lisa, I love yours. Yes, I did too. Oh my gosh. It actually 447. I'm writing that down. 447 envelopes to get to 100,000. The 100 envelope challenge gets you to 5. Stuffing backwards would be envelopes. It would get us 10 envelopes done. Okay. Okay. Keep that math in your head, girl. Please keep that math in your head. I remember thinking you could have paid to have a home chef. Bev, am I not talking about the truth? When it comes out of my mouth, even if I said it a year or two ago, I will still tell you. And that's how you know I'm so truthful in what comes out of my mouth. And this is the person I am. I never want to be told I'm lying. I never want to be told I fabricated a story. I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth 99.9% accurately, because I don't ever want to be told that's not what you said. Well, right? So Bev, I said it before, and I'm like, see, now this year, what I did was, we have the American Airlines one where most of the bills get put on, and my spending. And then I gave John a different one so I could track exactly where all that money goes. Because I wanted a visual. Because like when you glance at one, so now I can't do that group unless if I can do it on the secondary card, I can actually combine those two numbers. So it won't be as easy as it was last year, but I'm kind of curious because the food portion on this card is going to go down and the food is going to be the majority on this card. But he doesn't go to Dunkin' no more, so there's a savings right there, right there. My ability to conquer challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. I don't have to be perfect in what I do. I just need to be intentional with the moves I make. Anything can be accomplished with hard work and intentionality. Donna, I think you should come out with a 100K binder and challenge. Oh, goodness. It's in my head right now. Can I tell you? Since we've been talking about this, I'm like, how? What? Where? When? Wait, who did that? Who? Oh, Mr. Carter. Who? What? Where? When? Like that, like those things were going through my head. Mr. Carter. Oh my God. I have to have fun here and there. You know that. In the next 3 months, I will pay off a credit card. I am focused. Okay, I got a question for you guys next. I'm going to get to the end here soon. And it's in regards to this. So don't let me forget. See, I love that so many thoughts come through my mind. And I said, yeah, I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. But I never say what it is. And then I forget. But now that I say it out loud and I have you guys saying, Donna, and I say, remind me about it. You guys have got this, because think about not only the knowledge, but the thought process and the scheming and the planning, and how do you do this, and how do I get this, and how do I keep them motivated? Like, those take up such space in my brain. Thank you for helping me keep it all organized. Hey, Donna B. Donna B, you have a different, is that your puppy? Goodness. There is no such thing as can't unless your body physically says you can't. Even then, you have to try. I'm a perfect example of that one. A penny saved is a penny earned. That went on the top of this week's calendar. Oh, nice. I like that. Anything is possible if you believe magic and manifest. There you go. I will keep to saving with less spending. Oh, I like that one too. Let's go. You can do anything you set your mind to. Everyone is making me feel better. Go. That's what, you know what? Keep it there. Keep it there. Prosperity don't happen. I will create it. It doesn't happen, so you're going to create it. Okay, love it. That's what family does, my friend. Although you can't go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now. Thank you, Christine. And then we have to talk about Christine here for a second, because let me do this now so that I don't forget. Christine is working on the words and the final numbers. I think she had it all ready, but I was not ready tonight. And then I'm gonna close out tonight with where my day went and how it was kind of a crazy week. So Christine, I apologize. We did not get to that stuff tonight. We will work on it this week. Lisa, are you home yet? I love that, Jean. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Donna, I'm home. Just ask, what's the best that can happen? I can do it. Yes. You guys are all good. Like, everybody's loving on you. I am pumped. Starting this on my check this Friday. Good night, Kim. Vinny. Yeah, it was Vinny. Right. I knew it was one of them. Why did I think it was Epstein, but it wasn't? Who? What? Okay. All right. That right there was so darn motivational that I am sorry that it took us this long to go through that. Like, I think that's an amazing way to get closing towards the end of the night. Leave us off on an amazing, powerful, uplifting thing. Then I want to ask, is how you guys, how are you guys? Don't make the challenges live yet, Christine. Don't make, oh, you know what? Yeah, you can make them live. That's fine. That's fine. And I'll discuss it next week. So, affirmations. Have you guys been following on these? And if so, we are past our first week. Have you been liking them? I just want to see you, yes or no. Are you liking the affirmation, one? And are you liking the question I'm asking in the notebook part of it? Yes to notebook, yes to affirmation. Nice. Okay, I knew you were going to say yes, my friend. Miss Nika. They do feel good to hear. So, you're all saying yes, 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 yes. I'm looking at them, but when I wrote down on Friday I did not do a video. We had the birthday party that we had to go to, and life was just crazy this week with a leak in the basement. I actually had time to sit and actually read that question and then write that question and then answer that question. And I think the answering part is very, it's very internal, like an amazing feeling. At least that's how I was receiving these affirmations this month. I am resilient and can overcome anything. And then I wrote this. I wrote, tell yourself 5 positive things that make you resilient. So after I wrote that, I'm like, oh my God, what is it? And then I sat here and you think about all these things about yourself. And honestly, this for me was a version of self-care. Because here you are talking about 5 positive things that make you the strength that you are. How does that not make you feel like that is mental self-care to lift you up? So I have to tell you, right now, number 9, January 9th is my favorite one. So sorry. So she's got math going here. I'm actually going to screenshot that math. I'm going to have to look at that math because I can't look at that math and talk at the same time. And you all know me. I love to get deep in that math. Okay, Emery. So, today I actually sat here. Now, I put up a couple of shorts and I told you that I had a plumbing issue. This plumbing issue started before New Year's Eve, but my driveway was so filled with snow and ice that my plumber couldn't get up my driveway. And I literally prayed for a break in cold weather so that driveway could melt. Now, I did have it cindered. So he goes, if you get it cindered, I'll come back. And I'm like, okay. I couldn't find someone to cinder. And then I finally, and I think I told this story, but I'm going to tell it again because it's such a heartwarming story of a young man that has such amazing work ethics. So I call the guy that cindered last year when we had the ice storm, when I got the 3D printer when John was in Florida. And I said, I messaged him, can you cinder? He's like, no, I can't, don't have it. Okay. So then I call my girlfriend's son. I message him. He's like, no, I don't have the spreader. So I was like, okay. And then I messaged another friend. Do you know anybody that does it? No, I don't know anybody. Like, somebody's got to do this. How does somebody up here not do this? So I'm reaching out. Finally, by the end of the night, I message Nikki. I messaged Nikki back and I'm like, Nikki, you know anybody? And he's like, no. He goes, what's going on? And I said, my plumber can't get up the driveway. He said, if I get cindered, he'll get up. He goes, give me a sec. He goes, I'll be at your house by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I go, okay, thinking that maybe he's going to borrow somebody's truck. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. 8 o'clock on the dot, this kid was on my driveway. Now, he's just a little bit older than TJ by, I want to say, a year-ish. Shows up with his flatbed truck, not the car flatbed, but it's a flatbed truck. He's got cinders on the back of it. Him and another guy are walking up my driveway, taking cinders off the back of the truck and putting them on my driveway, backing the truck up and doing my entire driveway. Then he pulls up to the house, and I came out with the cash, and he made sure that he put enough cinders where you would come off my walkway and around where my car door is. And I said to him, thank you so much. And then we had a little bit of a conversation, and he's actually going to Yellowstone to go snowmobiling in February. And we talked about how much it would cost for him to have this device to spread. And it's not worth it. He'd rather own a mini excavator. He'd make more money. I said, I respect that. So that night, he's messaged me, did you get your pipe fixed? No, I did not. The guy he replied to my text. He said, okay, but never gave me a time that he would show up. Then we got another dusting of snow. So anything that I had put down on the driveway is now covered by snow again, so he can't make it up. So I spent all that money on cinders for no reason, because all of our vehicles have four-wheel drive and can get up and down the driveway. No big deal. You know what? It is what it is, right? My phrase, let it go. It is what it is. So the plumber doesn't come until New Year's, right before. No, he doesn't get to me New Year's. So then we got the break in the action. He came this week. He goes downstairs and he looks. He goes, I can't fix that. I go, what? He goes, it's the box where it's like machine shop closed. He goes, it's not your pipes that are coming out of it. He goes, I'm going to have to find one of these and put one in them in. So he took pictures and he goes. That afternoon, I get messages. Nobody's got it. Nobody's got it. So I'm like, oh my God. So I tell John. John's like, all right, we got to find it. He starts looking online. Anywhere from $500 to $800. Do you know what this is going to? I was like, the stove never broke down. It owes us nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It's been that good for that many years. So here I am. Vinny had a tray that he was collecting water and dumping it. Then we put the 5-gallon bucket in. And then Vinny says to me, don't tell John anything because it's like the sky is falling. And he says, Ma, I'm emptying it faster. The drip is becoming faster. I'm like, okay. So John's sitting on one chair, I'm sitting on the other, and I'm looking up these parts, and he's looking up these parts. And then I'm like, all right, so this was Friday. And it's like, here's a company. Maybe they'll have the part. And so he leaves yesterday. He says, maybe you call that company and see. Well, I call the company and they're not there. And when the plumber could get it, it was a 6-week window. I don't have 6 weeks. What if this blew out? Like, what if while I was sleeping, this piece of metal decides to, and nothing but water is coming into the house? Like, this is all the things that are going through my head. Got to be contingent for. So I promise there's a positive at this. Promise. So yesterday morning, John's gone. And I was like, I was exhausted. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. This was I'm like, I handed this one off. I was allowing someone else to run the show. I was going to give full opportunity to handle a situation. Well, it got thrown back into my court. No big deal. So I'm like, okay. Can't find the part on eBay, can't find it, 6 weeks, this person. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, you know what, Donna? Call an install company, a local install company that puts these outdoor wood boilers in. They've got to have this. I call, first guy I call. probably about 40 miles away. I said, hey, this is my situation. If I send you over a picture of what I have, and I tell him that there's 20 plates involved in this, because what happens is water comes in, goes through each plate to heat it up, and then comes into my house. So it's a return. So I send him the picture while I'm talking to him. He's like, yeah, I've got that. I'm like, you got that? He goes, yeah. He goes, I go, do you install? He goes, I can install. He says, but you can have your plumber install, or you could do it yourself. I'm not even putting that on, not putting that hat on, not doing it. I'm like, no, you want to install? You can install? Yeah, okay. I was like, can you give me an estimate? And now I'm like this, like it's Christmas, right? So he's like, all right, I got to go help somebody move. Can I give you an estimate tonight? Sure, no problem. He goes, when would you want this done? I go, when does it work for you? Like, I'm being so accommodating. In fact, I have to go on Google and give him a huge praise. So he goes, I could come out tomorrow. And I go, oh, I have my granddaughter's birthday. I said, you know what? I can miss that if you can fix it. So he messages me yesterday and he sends me the quote. He says $271 for invoice right here. He says $271 for the part. And he goes, $100 for install. I go, and then in the next phrase, he goes, just call it $300 for the part. How about $100 for the install? How about $400 plus tax? I can't type okay fast enough. I go, okay. I was like, when can you do this? He goes, well, I could come out tomorrow morning, even though you said you had something going on in the afternoon. It shouldn't take very long. So I go, okay. I'm like beyond excited. So I tell John and I tell Vinny, we're going to be down there in the morning. Sorry if we're going to bother you at 9 a.m. So the man comes and he comes with his older brother and they're older gentlemen. Nicest men. And they're looking at it. And I so appreciated their thought process. They didn't just come in, yeah, we're going to take this out. We're going to do this. They did not. They stood there and they analyzed and they said, well, if I take that, and they were talking out loud, explaining to us what their process was going to be. And, if you look, there is tension on that pipe. I'd really like to put mine up, adjust it so that there's no tension and blah. What? Okay. Hands on. So the two men, the man that was fixing it, John, Vinny was the bucket brigade, because you're opening up a system. Finished it. My bill came to $424. I gave the man $450. And I said to him, thank you so much. I said, I will be giving you a Google review. I had work done. And the gratitude, the thank you, that someone local, right, a man that owns his own business, was going to come out on a Sunday, but not charge me Sunday rates, right? When you think about this, $100. He got here at 9:20, and I'm trying to think. I think he probably left at 11:20. So he gave me 2 hours worth of work. In my head, that wasn't enough money, but I was beyond grateful. In closing, right? Good things happen, right? A bad situation was a bad situation. Could it have gotten worse? Yes. And then I looked at both my husband and this guy. I'm like, I go, I got to put water in the system. And John looks at me and goes, no, he goes, we only took out about 3 5-gallon buckets or 4. I turn around and I go, it's been leaking for 3 weeks at a bucket a day. Are you kidding me? I need to put water in my system. If you have an old furnace, back in the day, my grandmother used to have to put water in the furnace in the winters. And that's what it reminds me of. Even my sister's house, the original farmhouse, you have to put water in the furnace. I'm like, I need water. John's like, oh, you're not going to need that much. I go, okay. So John's got to come outside and I got to be in the basement and we're on cell phones. I start filling it up and it's going, and it's going, and it's going. And he doesn't want to eat crow. He's like, it should be done in a second. I go, okay is becoming my favorite word. I'm like, okay. So you can hear the water flowing and flowing and flowing. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you it was probably 5 minutes or a little bit more. So think about how much prosperity, how much water is flowing per second through a 1-inch pipe to fill up that system. So I was thinking 10 steps ahead. I appreciated the man's thought process and actually walking through every scenario. On closing, it made me realize how important that set of binders are. Those are the Save to Sink binders. Now, they disappeared for a little bit in 2025. They quickly, well, maybe not so quickly, but they made a comeback. Now, like I said earlier, I took the $450 out of here to borrow it. Now I've got to get the $450 back in here. But if I had the abundance or it happens fully funded, I wouldn't have had to worry about it. I'm not worried about it now, but it would have been nice because the money will come back out of the checking account, but that will change a save here and there on a regular basis because that's money that was not accounted for. So on a closing note, I know that we hate when we have money in our envelopes and we have to use them. But look at this scenario. I didn't have the money in the envelope and I really wish I did. And that is a different feeling that I've never felt before. I really wanted to just go there and go, oh, you want $400? $424? You want $450? I got it. Instead, I borrowed and will replace. So that's the full circle of a Sunday night, and gratitude and thankfulness and putting my head on the pillow and just a reminder. I want to read the comments real quick before we actually if I just want to see if I missed anything. And then okay. Then I just want to say that I'm so happy that we had this conversation and that we're keeping one another accountable. And I hope that you guys took something from tonight. And I absolutely loved every single comment that you guys left us and that uplifting moment that we had. And I want to bring that to the table every week from now on. And if you have a topic that you would like to discuss, send me an email and I would love to bring it into a Sunday Night Live, because I think that I'm going to close out Sunday night and Monday is going to be an amazing beginning of our work week. All right, everyone. It is 9:06. I'm going to budget and I don't know if I'm going to save. I want to save. I should save, right? Should I save? I should save. I'm going to go put my laundry detergent away and I'm going to do a little work. All right, everyone. Good night and thank you for watching. Love yous, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.